Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya.
Jai Guruji. So I first got connected to Guruji when I was a junior in college back in 2014 through my mom, of course. And since then, Guruji has taken care of every single thing in my life. Again, that doesn't mean he didn't give me hardships to go through, but he has taken me through every hardship that he has given me. He's blessed me with a lot. I'm very emotional all the time, so I might start crying. He's blessed me with an awesome husband who is truly a partner in every sense of the word. He's blessed me with all of my jobs, internships, getting into law school, passing the bar exam. He's blessed my friends who aren't even Indian. I have a friend who's Greek Orthodox. He blessed her with the child. I have a friend who's Cuban. He's blessed him. They've all come here. He is incredible. Huh? What? Okay. He has just walked with me throughout every step of life, and there are never going to be enough words to show how grateful I am for everything he's done for me. Most recently, he's blessed me with my son, Akshay, who is, there are no words. Me and my husband love him so, so much. He is amazing, and he's Guruji's child. Only Guruji is the one who's been taking care of him. I don't even know how me and my husband have been functioning the last year as new parents with him. It's all Guruji's grace and blessing. When I had Akshay, so Guruji knows, and almost everyone who knows me knows, I love Christmas. I'm obsessed with Christmas. It's the best time of year. It's better than my birthday, everything. And Guruji blessed us with Akshay on December 20th when he was due before that. So 5 days before Christmas, he gave us a reason to celebrate twice that time of year for the rest of our lives. So thank you, Guruji. When Akshay was born 2023, so after I gave birth to him, he never slept. He would sleep for like 45 minutes at a time. By the time I changed him, fed him, pumped, he was awake again, so I never slept. So the first few months, I developed postpartum depression a bit, which is actually quite common and isn't spoken about enough. And then on top of that, my uncle, who I was very close with, he passed away. So that added a little bit more of a layer on top. But like I said, Guruji puts you through hardships, and then he holds your hand through them as long as you have faith in him, and he gives you a better outcome, the best outcome at the end of it. So around 4.5 months after Akshay was born, I started to feel better. I was, getting out of the funk, I guess, the depression. And I had to go back to work at 5.5 months. And I'm an attorney as well. So I work at a law firm. And for those of you who don't know, law firms are pretty demanding places to work. Everything is due yesterday. Everything is already late. You're already in trouble for something you didn't do. You have demanding clients. It's a lot. And for a new mom going back to work, it was a lot for me, especially because Akshay still wasn't sleeping. He was a little bit better, but he would wake up 1:30, 4:30, 6:30. And then my work schedule was so crazy that I would wake up with him at 6:30. I'd start work at 7. I wasn't done until 12:30. So I was sleeping maybe like 4 hours every night of like broken sleep and then having to function for work the next day. And it really is hard for new moms. I'm sure a lot of you, everybody knows that. So every year my firm, they do a fellowship program where they loan out an attorney to one of our nonprofit clients for 6 months. Your pay and your benefits are all through the firm. Nothing changes in that sense, but you only work for the nonprofit. And I had always seen this come up every year, and I always wanted to apply to it, but it was very litigation heavy, and I do a lot of corporate work. So I never applied for it, and I would always tell Guruji, this looks so cool. Like, I want to do this. This looks amazing, and I do a lot of pro bono work anyways. So this year it had come up, and the one organization that was doing the fellowship, it was very heavily corporate work. So I looked at Guruji, it was like 12:30 one night. I was like, I'm applying for this. Like, there's no way you're putting me through this hard time and there isn't something good at the end of it. And I just kept picturing and where I work at home, his picture is right there. There's 2 pictures right next to me. And I would always talk to them and I'd be like, Guruji, once these few deals are closed, like, I know you're going to give me this because you've held my hand throughout this whole process. And he blessed me with that fellowship, and I've been able to do, for the last 6 months, I've been doing incredible work helping people in very poor countries. It's been incredible. And the best part is it's a true 9-to-5 job where I was able to spend time with Akshay and really enjoy my time with him that I didn't get to really enjoy the first few months. And it's been the most amazing 6 months where I've just been able to spend so much time with him. I mean, we were able to keep him home for 2 months, and it's just been incredible. So thank you, Guruji, for blessing me with that. You are the best. One other small satsang I have, which honestly, it still gives me goosebumps when I say it, even now. So Akshay was turning 1 year old in December, and I wanted to get him a meaningful gift. You know, we give kids all these toys and they end up playing with the box. So it's like, I don't want to get him a toy or anything like that. So I was thinking about it, and he wears one of Guruji's lockets, and I'll call it artificial. I mean, it's not real gold, right? So I was like, I want to get him a real gold locket made with Guruji's swaroop in it. So that was it. Me and my husband decided, okay, that's what we're going to get him. Thought it would be easy to get. So first thing was, what swaroop are we going to put? So me and my husband, we were talking about it. We picked a bunch that we liked, and none of them felt like, yes, this is the one. But we're like, yeah, this is a nice one. This is nice. Suddenly, an image comes in front of my face, and it's the swaroop of Guruji where his 2 hands are up, and he's blessing, and he's in the yellow chola. And I was like, it felt as though like he was like shoving that in my, like showing me it. It like popped up and went away. And I was like, wait, I've seen this before. And I went to Akshay's room, and under his mattress, I keep that swaroop, which he had in the hospital with him. And it's that same swaroop with Guruji's 2 hands up, he's blessing. And that was the first ever swaroop that Akshay had right when he was born. I kept it in the bassinet in the hospital with him. And it didn't even click until I went to go and like look at that swaroop that was under his mattress. So I was like, okay, this is it. This is an awesome gift. Like, I love it. So I thought it'd be easy. I contacted all these jewelers in Edison. I mean, you can get anything done these days, right? Like anything made in India, anything made. Nobody in Edison was willing to make it. They all had Shivji swaroops and, you know, more common deity swaroops. And they were like, no, we can't do a custom picture like that. So I was like, okay, I guess we have to go to, I asked some jewelers on Route 27. Nobody was willing to do it. Then we went to India. My mom had found a jeweler who makes proper gold lockets with Guruji's swaroop. I'd contacted them through WhatsApp. They were like, we can do it, but we need the picture. So now I just thought they needed the small printed picture. I was like, okay. And my father-in-law was in India at that time. So I was like, maybe he can just print the picture, take it to them, and they'll do it. So he went there. He understood the process a little bit more. And he was like, they actually need the locket, this locket, the artificial locket, to then, I didn't really understand the process, but they needed that to then make like encapsulate it in gold, pretty much. So I was like, okay, how do we get the artificial locket now with that swaroop? Because I've never seen it. My mom hadn't seen it anywhere. We couldn't find it. We contacted the people who do the swaroops for Bade Mandir. I went that far. I was like, is it possible to get this made with this swaroop? They were like, you need to order it in the thousands. And I was like, okay, just humor me. Like, how much will that cost? Never got back with the pricing, nothing. And I'm looking at Guruji. I'm like, Guruji, this is so difficult. This is something so nice that I want to do for him. And it's a special gift for him. It was his first swaroop of you. Like, why is it so hard? My husband was like, try Etsy. So I contacted all these jewelers on Etsy. One was in London. One was in Indonesia. One was in India. I think there was one in Singapore. I don't even know who I contacted. And none of them would do it. They all said you have to order it in the thousands, whatever. None of them would get back with pricing. It was like very weird. Suddenly, I'm like, let me just go ask K Jewelers down the block from us. So we've gotten a few jewelry pieces from there. I go there. She goes, yeah, we should be able to do this, and you should be able to get it by Christmas. My goal was I wanted him to wear it on Christmas Day. Like, that was my Christmas gift to him / first birthday gift also. So I'm like, okay, great. I wanted it to be smaller. I wanted the dimensions to be smaller. That swoop. Uncle had given me the high definition photo for it. She's like, yeah, we should be able to do this. Now, this was at beginning of November, I think. So up until then, there was a lot of back and forth, issues with the length, this, that, the image of the picture. I wanted Ome con car engraved on the back. There was issues with that. It was whole back and forth. And towards the end, she goes, I don't think we're going to be able to get this by Christmas. I was like, no, you told me we will have it by Christmas. You have to do it. Okay, let me see what I can do. And the woman I was working with was a Muslim lady. She wore a hijab and everything. So the 23rd, I call her, 23rd of December. I'm like, Maria, where's the locket? She's like, it should be coming tomorrow at 3 p.m. I was like, okay, what time do you close? She said 4 p.m. I was like, okay, call me the minute it comes in. She didn't call me. So 3 p.m. on the dot on the 24th, I was like, Maria, I'm coming. She's like, it's here. So I run there. I walk into the store and she goes, this locket is so blessed. She said it was hand delivered here. Now this lady has no idea about Guruji, nothing. She's a Muslim lady with a hijab. And I was like, what do you mean? I didn't know what she was saying. She goes, we get our UPS package every day. All of the items that were supposed to be delivered today were in that except this locket. And her Italian coworker, she was sitting there. She was like, Sabrina, I was so stressed. It wasn't there. And she goes, I call my guy, I guess the intermediary, and he goes, I'm driving it to you now. I'm not too sure how it didn't get in the UPS package. This guy lives a little over an hour away from where the store was. On Christmas Eve, he drives it to the store and he walks in and she says, the first things out of his mouth were, whoever wears this locket is set for life. And I'm hysterically crying in K Jewelers, and she hasn't even finished the story. She's like, he was so excited. She said, I've never seen someone so excited to deliver something an hour away on Christmas Eve that's not for them or their family. She said he took a picture with all of us, with the whole team at K Jewelers, holding the locket. He was so excited. And she kept saying his name, Arrow, and I didn't think Indian. I was like, is he Indian? She goes, he knows about your guru. She's like, he knows, and he said, whoever wears this is set for life. And they were all so excited. She's like, I feel so blessed and honored to have worked on this locket with you. And Guruji has very weird ways of doing, not weird ways, he has very different ways of doing things that we don't understand, but you just have to trust him. In that process, I have no idea how many people he blessed. That man, Arrow, who drove his locket, probably front seat with him, is definitely blessed in all of this. And thank you, Guruji, for everything. Please always be with us and continue to bless all of your little kids. Jai Guruji.